loves, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jenny, and if this is your first time here, you're welcome. Please don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for joining me this week. And in today's video, we're going to be having a Q&A session as you get ready with me in this video. And if you like to see the kind of questions that are being asked, please stay tuned. World being for you. Okay, so basically the makeup world has been, what will I call it, it's been fun and there's been a lot to learn. Even as a growing makeup artist, there's been a lot to learn, and generally it's been great. Journey, because initially starting it was more like a different phase, and getting to go with trends, to go with new techniques. Initially it was a whole lot, but I think I'm getting a hang of it. Actually, I really think I'm getting a hang of it. So I hope I answered that question. For my brows, I'll be using the Beauty Line by Didi Brow Gazing Pencil. To shaping my brows, I'll be using the Elegant Pro Concealer in Fawn. So question number 2 is, who are your makeup mentors? That question though. Well, I pretty much have a lot, but before deciding to go into makeup, I had one person that gave me this ginger to go into makeup, and that person is Ronke Raji. A lot of us would know Ronke Raji. We would know Ronke Raji. Ronke Raji has been one of my distant makeup mentors. She has really been a drive for me, honestly. Like, she has been a drive for me in the makeup world. I literally have been following her journey. Honestly, I've been following her journey since when she started. I've been following her journey. I even followed her journey too when she got married. It's that deep. It's that deep. It's that deep. It's that deep. Actually, it is that deep. Well, she has been one of my distant mentors, honestly. Raja has been one of my distant mentors. I love her so much. And who else? I think Vanessa Gimia. Oh my God, I love that lady. Her content there is premium. When you say premium content, Vanessa Gimia is number 1. She's number 1 for premium content. Like, she's known for premium content. If you know Vanessa Gimia, you should know her for her premium content. She never disappoints. She never disappoints in saving us that, that. And another makeup artist I totally admire is Laifa Beauty. I love Laifa Beauty. Sometimes I just like, this lady is she's just superb. She's like one of the people I look up to in this makeup industry in Nigeria. She's one of the persons I look up to in this industry, and I also admire Lydia Stanley. I admire a lot. I'm not much of a person that, you know, likes to, I'm more of like an introvert, but I stalk people a lot, and that is very weird. So you know that I stalk people. So I've been stalking Laifa Beauty for a long while, and I totally love her artistry, and I love her zeal and her hustle. So I think those are the people that typically admire, like inspire me to push further in this makeup industry. So to clean up my skin, I'm going to be using the Nivea Micellar Water. To moisturize my skin, I'll be using the Moisture Potion by Mismetics Cosmetics to give my skin moisture. Here I'm using the Hagen Esther Skin Filter Primer to prime my skin. And I'm also going in with my Zaron foundation in the shade FC45. To go into makeup. Well, basically, like I mentioned before, the one person that inspired me to go into makeup is Ronkeraji. Ronkeraji has literally played a very big part in my growth in makeup, because initially when I started this makeup journey, I followed her on YouTube. I was following her back to back on YouTube, on Instagram, pretty much all the social media channels that I could find Ronkeraji. And I remember the first video I saw her do, she had an afro hairdo on, and she did a kind of like smoky eye look with a brown lippy, and oh my god, I fell in love. And since then I've been stoked, like it choke. I've been hung and I've been stuck on Ronkeraji for since that while. I have been stuck on her, and she's the one person that inspired me to be a makeup artist. So we're moving to question number 4. Yeah, and our foundation is blended in nicely, as you can see. So question number 4, what has been your biggest challenge since you have been a makeup artist? Well, to be honest, my biggest challenge is finance, because being a makeup artist is not beans. There is a lot to it, especially in the financial part. And honestly, being someone that is in Nigeria and in our current situation now, the current situation we find ourselves in this country, being a makeup artist is not easy, because you have to get products, you have to get not just product, you have to get quality and updated product, because every day new products come up every day, and you have to follow the trend and you have to keep up, so you don't feel left out and you don't feel like you're not doing your best, so to say. So one of the challenges for me in this makeup industry is finance. So that is like one of my challenges. One other challenge that I face personally is time. Having time to put out content, having time to plan out my content, having time to do all those things. It's pretty much a lot to handle, especially if you are running 2 things at a time. It's a lot to handle. It's literally a lot. and especially planning your filming time, planning the time you want to post your content, planning all those things. It takes a lot of grace and it takes a lot of zeal. So honestly, that is one challenge that I face as a content creator. That is one challenge I face as a YouTuber, because I literally have to like create time out of my whole time to put out content. So that is like one challenge I face, and I hope to overcome it.
Here I'm using the Ava Cosmetics setting powder.
Number 5 says, how do you balance your makeup and your music skill? Ooh. Like basically a lot of people know that I'm also a musician, and to be honest, balancing my music and my makeup has not been that easy as I expected it would be. Actually, it hasn't been so easy per se, but there's just been a way that I've been able to like strike a balance. Not really like a balance if that is a thing, but to an extent I know, okay, this is what I'm doing with my music and this is what I'm doing with my makeup part-time, and it's not been easy though, but there's just been a way of like navigating through it. And there are times that I have makeup gigs that I have to attend to, and there was a time I had a makeup gig and it clashed with a music gig that I had. Man, that day was not a funny day for me. It was like the whole world was on top of my shoulders. I had to do both of them simultaneously. I had to run the makeup first before going over to do the music gig. Like I literally had to run both of them at the same time. When I went to the makeup gig, I had to, comport myself, be all, like composed as a makeup artist should be, and trying to get the bride to be all glammed and all happy for her big day. It was really a lot, and I also had to go with her to a reception venue to give her another, like, switch up her look for a reception, and it was honestly a big deal for me, and I got a good review from her, and I'm grateful. I'm really grateful for that. And fast forward to the music gig I had to take a taxify. To the place that I was headed, carrying all my makeup gadgets, carrying all the products, the ring light and everything, just to get to that place as soon as I could. Man, if I could like have disappearing and appearing powers, I was really wishing for that superpower at that point, because I almost you know what this is. I almost like.
For my eyeshadow base, I'm using the Louise eyeshadow base in Rona 2.
Question number 7. Have you ever cried at a film? Of course I have. To be honest, I'm a crybaby. I am a crybaby. I am very emotional. I'm a very emotional person, and I've cried at a lot of movies. The ones that you would normally not cry to, I have actually cried to those kind of movies. It's very funny. Well, I have cried to a couple of movies and those movies, I really like them. I've cried to a couple of movies though. Let me name a few. Okay, yeah, I've cried to Nobody's Fool. I really don't recall the name of the actors, but I know I cried to that movie, and I cried to another movie, Always Be My Maybe. Yes, I cried to that movie. And what other movie did I cry to? See, you see, I'm trying to figure out the movies I've cried to, because I've cried to a lot of movies. What other movie have I cried to?
For my eyeshadow, I'll be using the Morphe eyeshadow palette to create a smoky eye look.
I might not remember at this point, because they are countless, actually, like super countless. I've cried to a lot of movies. Like, even me myself, I've been wondering that, hey, then do you join cry? Must you cry to everything? It's that bad. I cry to almost every movie I watch, but not almost every movie, because if it's not an emotional movie, I see no reason why I should cry. But if the movie runs with a lot of emotion, then my emotions will just be on a high. Actually, it's that bad. Well, so if you have cried to any movie, you can just drop it in the comment section. Just let me know, which movie have you ever cried to? Like I mentioned, Always Be My Maybe, Nobody's Fault. I think I've cried to those movies before. Yes, those are the ones I can't remember now, but I know I have cried to a lot of movies.
When nothing really matters, that's all I wanna do. I hope that you are safe and that I will see you soon.
So question number 7 is, what is your best childhood memory of your sibling? Okay, the best childhood memory of my sibling is, okay, there was one time when I was in primary 5. No, okay, I was in GS1. I just newly got into secondary school, and my elder sister was in SS1. SS1, and that time I was so hungry. I attended a public school, and that time I was so hungry, I had to go to her own school. We had one back gate, so I passed that back gate to her own school, and I got to meet her in her class, got to meet her friends, and then she was like, "What are you doing here?" She was just being the big sister that she is. And then I told her that I've spent all my money. I was just wailing, and I told her I spent all my cash on. Why did I even spend all my money on? I spent it on nonsense, jekuje, on junk, actually. So I told her that my money was finished. As the big sister that she is, she gave me out of her own chop money. Not like that chop money was one plenty money like that though. Then how much did we used to take to school? My mom used to give us like 20 naira. So imagine, out of her own 20 naira, I'm sure she had savings for her to have given me 20 naira that day I went to beg her in class. So she gave me 20 naira, and literally that was like the best thing when we were young she ever did for me. But growing up, I've had a lot of super duper memories, but this particular one is one I would never forget. So question number 8, what is the worst memory you have had as a child? I would never forget this particular experience, which was a Children's Day. It was Children's Day, and my dad wanted to surprise us, and it was like, would you guys love to have ice cream for Children's Day? And myself and my younger brother were so happy, we're psyched, and we're just like, yes, we want to have ice cream. And my dad was like, don't worry, I'll have your mom go get the ice cream for you guys. We're so happy. And then all of a sudden my mom refused to go. We're like, which kind of mother is this one? Then she actually refused to go, and we're so angry, and we didn't even know how to we didn't know how to keep to our feelings at that point, and we're just like crying and wailing that our mom should go help us get the ice cream. We're just being naughty, and our dad doubled our tears for us. It was literally a day of sorrow. We're supposed to be happy on that day, but mind you, that day was a day of tears. My dad he whipped us. Like, that day was like, it turned, like, it just went from 100 to 0. We cried our hearts out. Like, he literally beat the hell out of us. On top ice cream. Wait till I do. I just want to take ice cream. I need to finish my head for me. My dad literally beat us that day, and it was not funny. That was like the worst experience I've had, and till now, myself and my younger brother, we literally don't like Children's Day just because of that one experience. Anytime we are celebrating Children's Day, I'm like, come off it, please. Yeah, so that is like one of my worst. That is the worst experience I've ever had as a child.
I'll be using the Kiss Beauty Green Tea Setting Spray to set my whole face. And I'll be going in with my cheek glaze from TM Essentials to blush up my face.
Last question. It says, what is your greatest fear? Well, basically, the one thing I fear the most is not having to live out my purpose on earth, is not having to live out my God-given purpose and direction and all of that. I really get scared that I don't get to actualize my dreams. I don't get to actualize my purpose on earth, and that is one of my biggest fears. Yeah.
I'll be using the Avo Cosmetics lipstick to give my lips a plum effect. And here you go. Go girl.
Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel. Without further ado, I'll be seeing you in my next video. Bye, loves.